For India, Mrs. Nirmala Sitharaman.
Thank you very much. NDB governors, President NDB, senior management, and ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to speak on the topic that is both urgent and absolutely consequential. So challenges for financing sustainable development for the global south is the critical topic. Global south is not just merely a geographical construct. It is a shared experience of aspiration, resilience, and systemic constraint. All the three are together: constraint, resilience, and aspiration. And what is Global South? It's home over to 80% of the world's population. And that is the population which is facing the paradox. So in order that we get over the constraints, which are the structural bottlenecks, geopolitical conflicts, and a very tight fiscal situation, we are here to talk about topics. We are striving towards 2030 agenda. The financing gap for sustainable development goals in developing countries has widened to over 4 trillion annually post-pandemic, reflecting the widening gap between ambition and reality. We heard Professor Danik Roddick speak about it, the widening gap and the promised money which was supposed to be on the table annually has not been available. India stands at a unique crossroads. The aspirations of 1 billion people converge with the imperatives of the fast-changing planet. And in this moment, policy will determine pace. India has demonstrated how scale and speed can go hand in hand. There are several examples which we've spoken in multilateral fora, public speaking agendas. I'll just indicate to you what they are: the UPI, the Unified Payment Interface; Aadhaar, the identity uniquely given to the citizens; Jan Dhan, which is the financial inclusion program, and so on, which have driven inclusion to the last mile. Our policy ecosystem has been further strengthened by programs such as the Gati Shakti National Master Plan, which has improved the logistics for the entire country from the far-flung areas to the mainland pockets. So the National Green Hydrogen Mission is a major initiative, and installation of over 220 gigawatts of renewable energy capacity to accelerate clean energy transition, and all this with our own money. These efforts are complemented by a steadfast commitment to macroeconomic stability. So let me begin with the fundamental challenge. I have 3 pointers on this. The first one is the asymmetry in global financial flows. This deters long-term investment. This asymmetry in global financial flows deters long-term investment and delays critical progress, especially in renewable energy, urban mobility, and climate-resilient infrastructure. The result is the widening gap between development potential and the financial realization. The second point that I would like to highlight for all our consideration is the complexity of aligning growth with sustainability. For India, accelerating development is essential to ensure access to housing, healthcare, education, livelihood for millions, and all this in a vibrant democracy where freedom to speak and freedom to write is absolutely complete. At the same time, climate-related risks such as heat waves, water stress, and extreme weather events are also increasing. Brazilian minister referred about it, and the risks have resulted in very many asset and people's lives being threatened. India is increasingly working to integrate them through initiatives like National Electricity Mobility Mission and province-level climate action plans. So the loss can be avoided, prevented, So disaster resilient infrastructure is being provided, and making sure that the people are made to settle in areas which are less threatened to these extreme weather events. The real challenge, therefore, is not choosing between development and sustainability, but designing policies, particularly in partnership with emerging markets and developed economic countries, that foster inclusive growth and strengthen sustainable development. And the third pointer that I would like to draw your attention to is the growing dynamism of India's sustainable finance ecosystem. In the recent years, India has laid a strong foundation for green finance through initiatives like sovereign green bond, ESG disclosure mandates, and the proposed taxonomy for climate finance. India is building a more resilient, inclusive, and innovation-driven financial architecture that aligns capital with climate and development goals. Institutions like the new Development Bank are reshaping the financial landscape for the global South. After all, when the NDB was established, it was in recognition of a clear gap in the global development finance architecture, one that addressed the unique needs of the global South. It has NDB, to its credit, I must say, and thank President Dilma Rousseff, is on this score that it has approved more than 100 projects, and it has approved more than $35 billion in financing across member countries, including key Indian initiatives like the metro rail, which saves a lot of fuel for private individual movement, and also renewable energy and water management. For India, NDB is not just a source of capital. It's not just a source of capital, it's a platform for shaping a more equitable and responsive global financial architecture. In today's fast-changing world, its mandate must be renewed. The NDB's mandate must be renewed with focus on greater agility, technological advancement, and efficiency in enhanced way. So in conclusion, I'd like to say financing sustainable development in the global South isn't just about raising funds, it's about building fairness, it's about building trust, and it's building leadership. India, with its dual role as a leading emerging economy and a global influencer, is uniquely positioned to lead this transformation, not just for itself, but for all those who share its aspirations. Thank you.
The Governor for India, Mrs. Nirmala Sitharaman.
Thank you very much.